I know some people want the real competitiveness of everything, but we just want to be able to go out there and kick the shit out of somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, right? Guys, today's video is sponsored by Iron Jiu-Jitsu. They just sent me the new drop, the new. Come and take it, bitches. We got the shorts. Ooh, feel good. Link in the bio. Go click it. Use the code SALTKING. One word, SALTKING. SALTKING for 10% off your order. Guys, I'm dying here. Look at me. I'm withering away. I need money. Please, 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 please. Go buy some shit. Go buy some shit. Go buy some shit. Welcome back to the salty side of Jiu-Jitsu podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We are still here in Las Vegas, our home, just in a hotel room again. And we have finally finished this weekend of West Coast Trials. It was a severely long weekend. More so for you than me.
I had this beforehand.
You
though.
did
It just swelled up more this weekend from just the tournament in general, and I think stress from the tournament.
Yeah.
So it was swollen beforehand.
But now it's really, well, actually not that bad today.
It went
Kind
down
of figured
today.
that out. It went down a little bit today. But you competed this weekend. Good Lord, you competed a lot because you made the mistake. Well, I can't say mistake, but the you did the open juvenile, the open adult on Friday. Then you did the actual West Coast Trials on Saturday. And thank God you had today off because your leg is in a giant brace that we can't move. So let's go over your matches from Friday, starting with Friday. Your first match you had, I don't know the girl's name, but a firecracker of a kid.
Yeah. I think she won that bracket.
Good God. I think she did win that bracket.
Yeah.
That chick was a firecracker.
Dude, I wish I was more prepared for that fight because I went into that fight and I felt like I was really slow.
You look sluggish.
Dang, thanks.
You did. You look sluggish going into it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I was out of it with that first match and I was not moving as well as I wanted to. But then in the next match I did a lot better. It helped me warm up.
I had some good moments in that.
You did.
I did set up an ankle lock on her that I think was pretty deep. I just didn't finish it.
I thought you broke her foot. It looked super deep, and she did have. We noticed it right after that match when
that
she was
girl's
waiting.
leg was swollen.
Yeah, and she was waiting for the next match. It was iced up, and so because you were deep on that straight ankle lock. I couldn't believe she didn't tap.
Mm-hmm.
But this is ADCC, and as we've seen this weekend, people don't tap to shit because we're pretty sure in your adult match you broke a chick's arm.
I'm pretty sure I broke her arm.
And then we're even thinking she did a Brazilian tap.
Yes,
at the end.
So
we can actually pull up that
in that fight in my adult division, at one point I was in my guard. I think it was from us. I don't know if I had a triangle set up, but I know at one point she was standing up and I extended her arm, and I swear to God, it tapped. It looked like it broke. But
yeah, you said you felt it, right?
Yeah, it felt. Yeah, it just felt.
Ugh.
And then she went face down, and she ended up getting out of it. And then at another point, I think I was on top most of that match.
Yeah, you did good that match.
I was controlling the whole thing, and then she went. And then I went for the armbar again, and I swear I felt her tap.
Your teammate called out.
Yeah,
and your teammate called. Yeah, Mattia called it out that she tapped. He yelled at the ref that she tapped. But you said
I hit them.
No, you're fine. But you said she kept fighting.
She tapped, and I let go of the arms for a second, and it was like she was trying to fight to get back up, and I would just quickly grab the arm again. I think you can see it in that fight. I'm fully pulling her arms back in place for the armbar, and then I just kept going until the ref called it a tap.
And that's what they say. You shouldn't stop until but obviously you're not. You're not a piece of shit. You're not an asshole. You don't
You know what I mean? Like if somebody
I
taps,
don't
you let
mean-
go.
I don't
But
mean to disrespect the girl afterwards, but it looked like she was like crying afterwards.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
no, I think she
you were the one
was.
that like, because I swear she did tap and then tried to fake it out.
Yeah. Nah, and it's unfortunate.
Mhm.
And I get it, I mean, whatever. Like it's the big wig stuff, for the weekend. Like, that's why they say though, I guess you don't stop until the referee
Don't.
tells you to stop, which is it's unfortunate because you don't want to hurt the girl.
Mhm.
Especially it's the open. It's not like
Yeah, it's not like trials.
yeah, if it's trials or something,
You
then
do.
obviously, because that's some of these people's livelihoods
Mhm.
at that point. If it's trials, that's what they're trying to do for a living. So I kind of get that, but good on you for being respectful and not, kind of just cranking it even more.
I think
So,
was it that
shows a
fight
lot
or
about
the
your
previous
character.
fight where I had like a lot of like heel hook attempts.
I think it was the previous fight.
Previous fight because I
Yeah.
did think that because I know most of them weren't like getting anywhere, but there was one where I passed it. It was on. I think it was on this side, and I passed. No, it was. I was reaping over
You were
the leg.
out. You were outside, and then you went to inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the thing where I was doing the reap over the knee heel hook, and then I switched it to the outside. Right?
Okay, yeah.
And then I feel like that one was good, but I think that girl was fighting through it.
Yeah, no, she was. You had some really good looks, like with submissions. I feel like with this tournament, just maybe a little
Just
bit
not-
cleaning up. And,
didn't have the finishing motion with some of them.
yeah, a little cleaning up on the submission attempts and being more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But all around, I am extremely proud of you. I know your mother's extremely proud of you. I'm sorry, off Cannon Shannon is extremely proud of you.
I think
Your whole team is extremely proud of you.
I was so happy with this tournament with my team.
like,
No, you
for
did.
being new
Yeah.
to their squad, I think you showed them you're there to compete.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You showed up this weekend. You, aside from the smiling in the West Coast actual trials, which funny
What?
enough, we're sitting there.
I was so panicked for the West Coast trials, and then I got on the mat and I was all smiling because I was like, "Whoa!"
Your coach. So it's me,
It was
Raquel, and so Hanato is sitting in the coach's chair, and then I'm kind of kneeling right next to him, like I'm taking pictures, and because I'm your number one fan. And then Raquel comes up behind me, kind of like kneeling behind me, like over my shoulder. And I'm sitting there taking pictures. And you're just about to start. And I'm, and it's so funny because I literally told you the same thing she said to you right before, or, when she yells out, like right before the match started. I remember I was telling you, I was like, remember, this is big girl shit, like be tough, be first, like be mean. And then you're out there, you're about to start the match. And she goes, be tough, be me, same thing. And then I kind of whispered to my brother, I was like, stop fucking smiling. Because she goes, and stop fucking smiling. She goes, yeah, exactly. Thank you. That was one of the things she told you afterwards was,
Yeah.
stop being so nice.
I need to work on having a mean face.
You're smiling as you're going out to fight this chick.
It helps having a mean face. And I'm just like so hyped to compete. I get really nervous, but like as soon as I'm like out there on the mats, I'm really like excited to compete. So like it just goes through.
That is good though.
And then I think people take advantage of that.
Yeah. They see this little girl smiling at them. That or they'll think you're a psychopath. I
Yeah.
think that works in your favor.
I need to work on my finishers on submissions to get that like,
Yeah.
card.
So you can smile and finish the
Yeah.
submission.
You guys want to congratulate some other people?
We do.
Mhm.
Matthias first,
Mhm.
right? Because Matthias,
Yeah.
which is Roberto Jimenez's little brother,
Mhm.
one of her teammates. Hopefully one of my teammates soon, because I
You
need to find a
better
gym
try.
to train. But,
You gotta come over.
That kid went to the finals of the adult open. I'm not sure on the weight class. 66. It was 66. So 66
You know how many
adult
people were
open.
in that one
A
total?
shit ton of people because 256. He
crazy.
had an insane amount of matches, and that kid is phenomenal. This is the first weekend I've met him. Obviously, I know who his brother is, but good
He knew
lord,
his brother with the bet.
I knew who his brother was with the bet because I won a bet by his brother losing, unfortunately, because he's a really nice guy. But man, Matthias is just a freaking animal.
Yeah.
Like this kid, he's
All of his
and
friends
he's
were
the most
amazing.
respectable kid ever. Like you're friends with him, obviously, you've known him for years. Like But like I've only met him, hung out with him this weekend, and I was like, and he came up to the room. You know, we have the room here, and him and his brother came up, hung out for a little bit the other night, and just super respectable kid, like just an amazing human being, like. But good lord, when he's on the mats, like holy crap!
It
Like,
was really cool watching his fights.
he did, and he only lost in overtime. Yeah,
It
like
was 1 point, right?
I think
'Cause
so. Yeah.
I think he got 2.
Yes. Yeah. It was. It was
But
2-3.
in
Yeah.
the beginning of that fight, he got like a really cool takedown. It just
Yep.
wasn't in the
Just no
points,
points. Yeah.
and it led to overtime.
Yep. No, it was a phenomenal match.
I don't know if it.
Then little Josiah.
Josiah,
Dude,
our
little
buddy
Josiah's
Josiah.
a killer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
right.
2 of them.
So yeah.
Dude, Josiah was a killer. Like that. Like I've trained with him at Hybrid before, and he's
That
like,
kid.
he
He's
seems
the one
really
with the
chill.
blonde hair.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah.
He made the highlight reel for the
Yeah.
I
I
think
was
his
like, oh
thing
my
is-
god, watching his matches.
I think I haven't checked it since the trials were up, but I think his thing was the most viewed thing so far.
Oh
on
my
their
god,
page,
that
but
kid was a
with
oh
like
my
this
God.
weekend.
Yeah, I went over there with you guys. Yeah, we went over to watch. You were
His-
like, "Oh, our friend's going to July," and I was like, "All right, we go over there." I was like, "Holy shit, this kid is an animal."
That was really cool watching because I've trained with him and he like seems really chill and he was beating me up at Hybrid. I had to like adjust
I even asked you
everything.
about that. Yeah, I was like, "How have you rolled this kid?" Does he be shooting? You were like, "Yeah, he beats me up." I was like, "Good lord."
Yeah, he was like killing me at Hybrid. It was like the first night I was there. I went to roll with him and he was like destroying me. And I was like, what?
What is going on?
And no, he had like, I think it was it? I want to see what the exact time was. I think they have it up.
It was like 16 seconds though, wasn't it?
Let me
He
see.
had a
For the Darce or the
Yeah.
Anaconda? Yeah, the Anaconda. Was it an Anaconda? Anaconda. Yeah. He got on Flow
Oh.
Grappling for that one. That was a
I want to
good.
find it.
Yeah, that kid was something else. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was like because like I was saying, he seems like really chill at the gym. It's like I saw another side of him.
Oh yeah, that's good though. Like,
it is really cool to see that.
yeah, that is because, yeah, I think some people have that ability to swap that kind of personality, and I think that's amazing. Like, I wish I had that kind of power, like kind of turn on. Like, that's always been one of my downfalls of competing is I don't really have that kind of like turn it on thing, and to see that kid like go through because he seemed like such a nice kid, but the same thing with Matthias. Like,
Yeah,
it's great watching him when he's out on that mat competing. I'm just like I'm blown away.
I was trying to
And
find the
Jason.
timer on that. Yeah, Jason.
met previously.
Jason, I actually trained with Jason.
He's one of the people that came up to me to ask about you.
Oh yeah.
And he went, "Ooh."
Yeah, so Jason, I trained with at his old gym before he switched to Hybrid. Because I used to go over there for open mat. This is like probably at least 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and I want to say he was like 16 years old when I rolled with him, and he triangled me like a couple times. Like I was like,
Yeah.
good fucking god, this kid! Like, and I was a blue belt. I've been training for quite a few years at that
Mhm.
because I've been training, over 7 years now. Like, and and I'm so much bigger than him, but I remember rolling with him and was just blown away. So like when he was competing today, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna do great because I just knew that kid is a fucking savage.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jason was tough, so tough.
Dude, you guys saw his match. I wasn't able to see his first match. I think he won by was it a triangle armbar?
I think it was triangle. Yes, because and the kid was like bleeding
Dude.
all over him. Like it was the
for
triangle. It was a
context-
triangle. No, it was a triangle. It was straight.
Yeah, for
triangle.
context, this weekend the ADCCs was also held in like the same area where a cheer competition was. So
Oh my
I was
God.
running from the hotel room with my bad knee all the way down there, and there were lines and lines of cheerleaders. So
Yeah,
I
it was
was
pretty
like stuck behind them. So I just barely missed his fight. Like it was literally like they were like cheerleaders, like not standing like one by one in line, like side by side. So I had to like break up the chains to like get.
Red Rover.
Yeah, I could kick the shit out of all of you. Get out of my way.
I was like, they don't know who I.
You don't know who I am.
No, I was really sad that I wasn't able to see his first fight, but like I like got to watch videos of it later on and it was like a really nice fight. And then in his next fight, I'm pretty sure he fought against a black belt and he was like still like doing really well the whole
Mhm.
time. He just got caught in a spot.
Yep.
And like in general, like his fights oh I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good.
In
his-
general, his fights are really cool to watch.
No, they were really good. He was he showed out with some good stuff. And the thing is he's young too. Like the match he lost, the guy was
I think he was older.
bigger. He was older,
Bigger.
bigger. He looked big and strong, and I think that's what even your issue or right now is the
I'm like a baby compared
wow,
to.
you're a fucking baby compared to some of these girls. Like he went against like a 33-year-old
I need to
brown
grow
belt
up.
in the trials. Like so, it's just a kind of I want to. It's like a physicality issue.
Mhm.
That just comes with time. I think you know what I mean. I think it's just gonna be coming with time.
Mhm.
That
I need to
I think
get
I'll do
there.
okay. When you get there, like, but you're already you're doing it now because just with your like strength conditioning that you're doing,
Mhm.
and upping your training. Like I feel it in the gym when we roll. Like I'm like, good lord. Like even when you started the strength conditioning, I was like, god damn, like just get strong. So it's just time. It's time. And
that's-
same with him.
That's
Same
what,
with
like
Jason.
one
It's
day
gonna
a week
be
I plan on doing more. As soon as I turn 18, I can go in there on my own.
yeah,
Days where
yeah.
I
just
don't
kinda-
need a trainer, but I'm still gonna keep my trainer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, yeah, and it's working out for you. You look phenomenal. You know what I mean. You're in great shape. You feel phenomenal. You feel strong when we roll with you.
Mhm.
Technically, you're always there because you've been training forever. So I think once you
Yeah,
start kind of like
I'm like that, but there's like spots where I'm like lost with. Like I'll have moves down, but I don't have like details with them. I think that's just how I grew up doing jujitsu with like under the different people I trained with. And it's just like a whole thing. Like I feel like in the beginning I didn't have fundamentals, and now I don't have like submission finishes. So I need to adjust that a bit because I do have technique, but it's not fully comprehensive.
Yeah, no, I kind of get that. You were in some crazy spots this weekend, and you got to a lot of finishing spots. I mean, it's a competition though, too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people are going to grit through things a little bit tougher
Mhm.
at this stage. So
People are not gonna tap. That's
They-
what I
they
figured
won't.
out. Because that one girl who didn't tap with the armbar, and that there was
the leg
another
attack,
girl.
you had the leg
There was
attacks too.
another girl, where I feel like I did have her leg,
Yeah,
and like she just wouldn't tap.
yeah, because there was some nasty leg entanglements between you guys, and like you said, you didn't feel anything.
Because I really
Oh,
like
you
that reap over the knee heel hook that I've been working on, because that was one of the first things I learned at Hybrid over there with one of their nogi classes. Hinata was teaching that, and it was really like fun to learn and work with. That was the day
You
that
hit it
I was
on me on
working with-
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the days where I got to like train with Josiah during technique.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember you hitting me
That
with
one
that
was really
on
good.
Saturday.
Like
Yeah,
I was really.
and you even said
interested
that
in
you were like,
one.
"Big Hanato just showed that to me,"
Not big Hinata.
okay, Hanato showed it to me.
Don't say little.
Sorry, he is little to me. He'll still kick the shit out of me, but no, I remember you telling me that though. You were like,
Mhm.
Hanato showed that to me, and I was like, "You just,
It's like a
you just
really
heel hooked me." The fuck, bro.
I feel like that's like, because I've learned heel hooks before, but I feel like that's one that I've like kind of fully understood.
Nice. No, it was
I
good.
don't think I have like the full like control over that move yet, but I like understand like how that one works.
Gotcha. Yeah, the positional and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, you did good, and plus it was the rule sets kind of intertwined this weekend. I think made a little confusion, not as an excuse or anything. Just that was like I honestly thought you could still reap in the juvenile division. I knew you couldn't heel hook, but I thought you could still reap. So that was kind of like I didn't catch that. That was kind of my fault.
And I think it was one of my last fights in the juvenile division. The girl set up the ankle lock, but it was like a cross, and I like forgot we could do that. So like in the moment, I was like, wait, hold on. I think I was able to get out of that one, but like in the moment, I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
And then same with the heel hook. So when the first round in, the girl like immediately tried to sit back for it, but she didn't have it.
Yeah. There was quite a few leg entanglements.
I think that's the fight where I was setting up a lot of them.
Yeah. The one
she,
fight
like,
you guys went
immediately
back.
sat back with it, but in that fight, I didn't feel like she had it.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah, she was really cranking on like a
Mhm.
lot. She was cranking on your leg a lot, and I'm like, but you never showed any signs of like distraught. Like you seemed fine the whole
I'm
time.
gonna train my ankles.
No, it was a good weekend for you. A lot of experience, some wins, some losses, but it was all good experience, and you came out hopefully okay. We're not sure on this yet. We're gonna figure it
I
out.
think that's fine.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be okay.
It's just swollen.
Yeah, pretty swollen.
Well, it's gone down today though.
It has gone down a little bit or so. Hopefully, we'll get better news from a doctor this week, and you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
One more couple more shout outs. Marissa, our friend Marissa, your friend Marissa.
Yeah.
She had 2 wins.
Two. They were both by submissions, right?
Yes, she had 2 wins by submission.
2 wins by submission. Yeah, she
we were
she
around
had
at
a
the same time, so I wasn't able to see her fights, but I did like see videos of them afterwards.
yeah,
They were
no,
really
she did good.
She lost in the quarterfinal.
The
or
way that she lost in those fights sucked because like in our divisions for the juvenile, no, not juveniles.
well, adults.
It was adults.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of rule set.
Yeah, and it was no slams, right?
Right.
But the way that the girls in those fights did them, it just barely like counted.
'cause it's
but
like
like they like slammed.
as long as
her.
it's a takedown, it's still not a slam. So they
So
essentially
landing on
taking
your
her.
shoulders. Like
Yeah, but it's still a takedown. I
Yeah.
mean, otherwise they would have disqualified him. So, it's just unfortunate. It sucks. And that's one of the chances you take with doing, stuff with rule sets like this.
Mhm.
And that's why you got to be prepared. Not that she's not prepared. I thought she did great this weekend.
Mhm.
She, obviously next time she'll be way better prepared for that and be like, okay, I know what's going to happen now. So, but she did amazing. Yeah, Marissa looked great this weekend. And Josiah, little Josiah
Mhm.
from he's from Angles. He did good this weekend. Looked good.
Yeah.
He went out there and fought his ass off. He's always super competitive. Great kid.
Yeah, he's been
Um,
doing great recently.
yeah, he's been doing really good recently. So, another friend of ours, this guy Darth Rigatoni's cousin, Darth Pony. What is it?
That's braided TV.
What is it? Darth braided Tammy. Darth braided Tammy.
So today,
Tammy Musamichi.
usually she has her hair up in like a bun with her fights, but yesterday in the trials, a girl actually like used her foot to like hook it behind Tammy.
I don't know if she meant to, but
It
her
kind
foot,
of looked
her
like she meant
toes
to.
caught into inside of her
Like
ponytail.
she
and
did
caught-
push her back with it. So I think it
That was pretty wild.
So today, Tammy had like a ponytail and a braid, and it was like cool seeing that because that's kind of what I do.
But she normally doesn't do. She normally doesn't do.
Like
that.
I was confused when she first walked out. I was like, "Huh?
Who is this person?" She's taking over the dark side with her brother, Darth braided Tammy. So we're coining that term, Tammy Musamichi. We want our credit. Darth
Mikey's
braided
cousin.
Tammy, Mikey's cousin. But good job. She made it all the way. She got third place.
In the trials.
In actual trials, like West Coast trials. And for a lady that does not do jiu-jitsu full time, like she is phenomenal. She looked great out there.
My mentor.
Your mentor, and that's a hell of a mentor to have because that's a hell of a woman, doing the job that she does on top of, and then coming and grappling at the absolute highest level like that is just phenomenal. And I can't say enough good things about her. That was amazing to watch today, especially live. It's always cool seeing it live too. But yeah, no. Aside from that, we just finished watching the finals for the entire West Coast trials, and there's some crazy ass matches.
Yeah,
There's some crazy stuff happening. All right, so we watched the finals today for the West Coast trials, and we're not going to go in order of them. I'm just going to go off of what I have on my phone, talk about the matches because that's what we do, right? We're rebels without a cause. Exciting match. We had Tackett versus J-Rod. William Tackett versus J-Rod.
the flow guys announced that wrong.
Yeah, they had Andrew and William mixed up. So William Tackett beat J-Rod, which I'm pretty sure he beat him in the East Coast trials as well.
I was shocked with like I know that he beat him before, but I was kind of shocked with like how quick into the round that was.
Yeah, that footlock.
But like it looked insane.
That was a
Like because he did like a toe hold and he like turned it like a heel hook.
Yeah.
And it was
But crazy because
insane.
A-Rod's like super flexible.
I was like, ugh.
Yeah, all of us we were all like, oof.
It's like Mikey level
Yeah, no, it was
with
pretty
one
bad.
championship. With the
Yeah,
I had
destroying
I
you
had to
guys
look
away.
away with those fights.
That is wild that people will just let their leg like just completely get
Sambo.
destroyed. Yeah, that's what it is. It's for Sambo. The toughness level.
Dude, that's not for that.
Live to fight another day. We had Taza versus Andrew Tackett.
Mm.
Andrew Tackett took that. So pretty cool that the Tackett brothers both winning the trials and going to
How
the
did
finals.
was the younger Tackett only in the open?
The youngest one.
Youngest? Is it
I know.
youngest?
He
The
probably
third brother.
Yeah, the
third,
third
he
brother.
probably did trials. He probably just lost
He did.
earlier on. Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
okay. Oh
As
yeah,
his
yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Yeah,
He was in the
77.
same one as Jason, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
He was 77.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So,
I forgot he was in. The
I don't know
same
where
one.
he got bumped out, but tough kid. I've seen him compete before. Really
Mhm.
tough kid, scrappy as hell. All of them are the fucking Tackett brothers. Is just animals. Like, good lord, those guys are. That's what I mean when you have brothers that grow up, and they're like traditional family
Is
kind of
it-
oriented guys. And,
Did he get bumped out by his own brother, or was that another thing?
That was another thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I like confuse fighters a lot.
That was the two brothers in the 60s
Yeah.
that bumped each other out.
Oh, yeah. No, Tackett brothers, phenomenal people. They come across so nice. Yeah, you need a couple brothers to fight all the time, or sisters. You could have a twin sister too. That we've seen how that works out. Having somebody around. But I mean, these guys have like a gym they all train at.
I'm not going to close out. there.
Same time. No closing out here. We don't do closeouts.
That's why you need brothers. So
Yeah, yeah. But no,
That's
just
true.
phenomenal guys. It's always nice seeing people that you can, as gay as this sounds, like just like good human beings. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm a shitbag, and everybody knows I'm a shitbag. But like seeing guys like this that are just good people, good human beings. You know what I mean? Just go out there and see them kind of just put it all on the line, and they're exciting, super exciting fighters.
Mhm.
Every match they do is just crazy, especially Andrew Tackett. That kid is just his match against Andy Varela. Like holy shit, we were down there live for that one. We were like, good lord, like I don't think people expected him to kind of run over Andy
Yeah.
Varela like he did.
Mhm.
I mean, I kind of did, but because I know, I mean, this kid's an animal. He's a fucking animal.
Mhm.
Keith Krikorian and Corbett, DeAndre Corbett. That one was kind of like Corbett. Who the fuck is Corbett? Like,
Dude, all of his fights looked real. I had no idea who he was, but all of
Me
his
either.
fights there
Like-
was like
The
looked
only
amazing.
yeah,
In the trials.
he came through like a wrecking ball.
I
I'm
feel
gonna add
like
that
that's
song
the
in.
best way to
Oh, I
debut
know.
into the
That's gonna get
trials.
me.
I feel like that's
I
the
can't have
best
that
way
in.
to debut into the trials with people not knowing who you are and just
Yeah,
getting that
just
far. Especially
running through.
with his semifinals fight, and I think even in his finals, did he win on points or submission?
Went for both. He was up 6-1 at one point.
Oh yeah, I know that in his semifinals, he
Won by
finished the
points.
fight like really quick.
Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah,
people
we
were
were
shocked.
shocked. Yeah, I think everybody was shocked, but
I think we like looked away for a second when his fight was done.
Yeah, like, what the hell's going on?
Another full-time engineer.
Mhm.
That's insane to
Full-time
me.
engineer. And they said the key
Yeah,
to
all
his
of his
success
fights
is he
looked-
attended every
Yeah, he
single
went to
ADCC
every.
Open.
That is crazy.
So
Every
he became
single one.
familiar with the rule set.
Yeah, dude was a beast. He looks strong as
Mhm.
shit. He looks super strong. Yeah, good for him, man. That's made a fan out of me. That's cool.
me too.
Definitely be watching him. Because Krikorian is no joke. He kind of ran through some of this division with his leg locks and stuff, and this dude just shut him down. Next match. Ooh, this one was good. Pixley versus Adam Bradley.
Mhm.
Good match. A lot of people. There's something with the rules here. We need to kind of look into more with the sweep that Bradley had.
Mhm.
He had the deep half sweep. Pixley kind of stayed up on his elbow, and I'm assuming that's why they didn't give Bradley the points. So we're not sure on that one. We got to kind of. I'm sure we'll get a lot of answers out of this going forward. There'll be videos about it and explaining why. I'm sure ADCC themselves, they're pretty good about that of commenting on videos and kind of commenting on social media as to why something is the way it is, which I think is really cool on the ADCC part.
Mhm.
To be kind of, they're so involved in the community like that. So I'm curious to know. I'm really curious to see what they say as to why he wasn't awarded these sweep points.
Some of the stuff with the fights, like we're questioning it, and it's just we need to get more familiar.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
next time
Educate
to get more
ourselves.
familiar
And
with
I thought I was pretty educated on the rules, but then even this
it.
weekend, I'm
Yeah,
like, good
then it was
Lord.
like, huh?
Yeah, some of the shit this weekend we were like, oh, well, okay. Was it
There
your
was-
match? Whose match?
It was one of my matches. I got up with like a sweep, and I thought I got points in the moment, and then I realized I didn't. But the ref said that when I got up, I like sat back on my butt and like was like establishing guard
So
again.
that's right.
establishing
That's what it
the double
was.
pull.
Because Hanato went over to the table afterwards, and I
And
kind of listened in on
honestly,
why.
I get that, but I looked back at the video and I'm like in like a combat stance. I am sitting back a little bit,
Yeah,
but her
you
back
were
is
down on your
fully on
hip.
the mat and my back is up.
Your
It
back's
was,
up,
it
but
was like this.
it was because you were on. It's from what they said. This is what I'm not telling you know.
Because like I originally thought after the match it was because she had her like legs over my hip. I thought I needed to clear them
Right.
because some rule sets have it like that, so you need to clear that. So if it's a 50-50 spot, it's not like back and forth. So I thought it was something like that, but apparently it's from me like kind of sitting back. But
You were
honestly,
on
I
your
feel like
hip.
I didn't. I feel like I wasn't sitting back when I looked at.
I'm gonna
the
add
video.
that clip in here too. Like,
Yeah.
I'll add that in.
Videos to send you.
No, I got
Things
plenty.
you guys have talked about.
I'll pull a lot of videos. I'll edit them in.
We got the one
but-
from Marissa.
It was. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Good lord.
That was such a nice thing Marissa was saying. She said that when she was recording the video, she felt like a proud parent like this, like recording. She was like smiling, and she was like, she thought it was so cool. Raquel was right there coaching me. Like she came up to me after I think after my first or my second match, and she was like, "It's really cool seeing them in your corner."
No, it was pretty cool. They did a really good job of coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Matthias
Matthias yelling it out.
that was such a fun fight for me because I was like in all of my fights like with their coaching, I felt like my brain was like out of it in the moment, but I could hear instructions being yelled out. It wasn't like, oh, go to this position. It was no like step by step instructions.
Yeah, they did.
So I
Great
followed that, and I felt like that helped me so much in my fights because I honestly couldn't tell you my thought process in those fights. I was just following instructions the whole time. And then in my fight with that one, because Raquel and Hanato had to go to the gym, Roberto Matias,
Yeah.
they came over to coach me, and they were doing like the same thing, and Matias was yelling out the time the whole time, and that was so nice. And he was so loud. I was like, at first, like when I was hearing it in the fight, I was like, who is that? Because my brain couldn't recognize the voice at first.
I loved it. I loved it.
It was so exciting, like with that, like it changed the atmosphere with that fight.
It was funny because they would yell at him too. They'd be like, "Matthias, the time," and and he wasn't paying attention because he was watching your mat. He's so intent on your mat, and they were like, "Matthias, the time," and then he'd be like, 3:43. Just
I love
phenomenal.
that.
No, the whole team was great. I loved it. The
I
coaching was
loved
great.
The
They did a great
atmosphere
job.
with this tournament, even though
No, it was good.
even though some of my fights I feel like I didn't really do the best, I've had so much fun at this tournament
That's
with
good.
the atmosphere.
I'm glad.
like,
to hear that.
This is like one of the first tournaments in a while I felt like I had a team.
Yeah,
Like it
no,
wasn't like the few people.
not just fucking old
like-
dickhead here hanging out with you.
No, because I still had like support from like Marissa and them. But like this is the first tournament in a while I've had like a giant group,
Yeah,
and I like wanted to like stay with my team and go watch their fights, and like I wanted
yeah.
to,
No, it's fun. It's a fun feeling. It
Yeah.
really is. It's nice
like,
to
I
have
had so much fun in this tournament.
like a crew.
It was like a whole atmosphere thing
Yeah.
for me.
No, it was fun. It was a blast being
and
there.
then the only thing is I didn't even fully understand my game plan for this tournament, and I know they weren't sure about it either because I am like new to
Yep.
their gym. So that was the only struggle with it, but I do feel like I did well,
No, you
like
did.
with that in mind.
Yeah, you did. You kind of threw your game plan out the window
Yeah,
at a certain time.
I like forgot.
just been like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna wrestle.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, all right, well,
My
she's
brain the
wrestling
whole
now.
time. I was like, I need to get to my guard. I'm gonna pull, and then I got out on the mats, and like I was trying to like take them down and put sleep, and I'm like, why am I not pulling right now?
yeah. No, but you did good. I mean, even in the wrestling, like you did pretty good.
I wish I got some of the foot sweeps like I did at Open Mat at FTCC.
what you're talking
It's
about.
just my knee was a little off, but like that day at FTCC was in a bit some of the best like competitive rounds that I've gotten in a while. Because I'm kind of struggling with that a little bit at my new gym. I think it's just because I'm like new and I don't want to like leave a bad impression. But,
Yeah.
I was like training so hard on those rounds. Like when I would get up from the fights, I was a little dizzy.
Oh man.
But I was like killing it with those rounds. I was like taking people down. Like
Yeah.
I got like I don't do judo, but like I got like foot sweeps that day. Even though yours was AI.
What the fuck you talking about? Fuck you're talking about? You gonna do anything to me that day?
I want to work on those more because I do feel like it's not really worth it to do takedowns in the beginning because you're kind of spending
Spending a lot of energy, yeah.
spending a lot of
Yeah.
energy. But
You know, I'm
also
gonna
it is. But
saying
also
you're
it is.
fucking retarded right now, right?
Are you fucking retarded?
It's
the hell's the
also
matter with
hard
you?
to pull guard in that situation because in my first match I did pull guard and I got past immediately, but I also was slow in that match.
That first one was, yeah, you seem sluggish. Like, I know you don't want me to say that, but
Like-
you did look sluggish out there that first match. But you did.
No,
The next match,
honestly-
you looked way more.
Honestly,
Like,
I
on
got
the
out
ball,
on the
like,
mat
going.
with that one and I felt like dehydrated.
Yeah.
Like I don't usually feel like that before my fights. It's because I wasn't cutting too much weight. It was like just barely like 2 pounds that I needed to like maintain. And I was drinking. I think it was from me drinking distilled water, so it didn't really have a lot of the minerals. So then after that fight, I switched to regular water, and I was fine after that.
Well, you also like a worrisome was you got sick the week of, which
Yeah.
didn't help you. I mean, not to make excuses. Obviously, we're not doing that because
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I
But
did have to call out of work.
yeah,
2
you had a
days that
shitty kind of week, like going into it. But I mean, you still showed up and showed out, and you know we're all proud of you for that.
I was like living at Smash Iron and like in the sauna and the cold plunge, and then trying to sweat. I felt like out of energy this whole week until like leading up to the tournament.
yeah.
Like the day of, like I started like I felt like I was recovering then with the hype.
Yeah.
Then I gotta go back into work tomorrow.
Me too. Sucks. We should just quit. Become professional grapplers. So the Pixley
I lost
Adam Bradley.
track so much.
Yeah, I know. We just went totally off track of what we were talking about. Like way off track.
I'm like kind
We're like literally in the middle of a match breakdown,
Yeah.
and now we're fucking somewhere else.
I'm like giving myself a headache with that.
Oh Jesus! So Michael Pixley, hell of a story from Pedigo. Just fucking goddamn, and now he's in the ADCC, which is crazy. A hell of a competitor. They say if you watch the show, I'm a big fan of the show, the Pedigo, the Daisy Fresh show. Hell of a competitor, hell of a guy. They say he's like the meanest guy in the fucking world when he showed up there. But good for him. He won that match. He looked great in that match. Had a
Mhm.
phenomenal takedown, foot sweep at the beginning. Had a
Looks
Darce
like a
attempt at the
Viking.
very end, and he did really good. So good on him. The plus 99 Pizzuto versus Perez,
Perez, right?
and
The other guy looks more Viking.
Jesus. Like Pizzuto's humongous, and Perez went up to that.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even.
He
He
like
cut no weight to get up there. He was tiny for that division, but he's already been to 80.
I feel like he was. I feel like it was
yeah,
like
yeah. So, that was another
he was
close
like
match.
2 weight classes under. Just from how he looked.
He looked like it.
That one was a ref's decision.
Yeah, ref's decision. It was super close.
Yeah.
Like Perez had the 2 good submission attempts, at least on the looks of the guillotines, but Pizzuto like pressed the action the whole time. It seemed like so that was a close one. They took a while to come up with that decision. I think was that the one that I think that was the one where they took a while to like figure it out which it should. You know, that was one of those where you couldn't really like, you know, like that's a tough one to judge. So whoever won it, you were like, I can kind of see that.
Mm.
So
Still the champion.
yeah, no, it was good.
This fight,
Enriquez
I
and
thought,
Jasmine Rocha.
I thought Enriquez was gonna do like a little bit better in this fight. Like, not that she like didn't do well, but like I thought it was gonna be a bit. I don't remember if that one went all the way to the end. I think
It
it.
did.
I think it
Jasmine
did.
tapped her, didn't she?
She
Yeah,
did,
she
like,
did
in
tap
the
her.
Right at the end.
But like I
yeah.
feel like it was kind of like a lack of action. Like I don't mean to like be like mean, but like I feel like I've seen Enriquez
Like she seemed
turn
like
it up
on
more.
the
Like,
defensive
but
more.
like,
Like
she was definitely tired.
I
from
think it's
everything.
because Jasmine is also like
yeah,
super
so buff
like just over.
and
the-
like
Well,
she's
scrappy.
aggressive and scrappy and
when they went into the crowd, the momentum changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It definitely
it
Jasmine
did.
changed.
Jasmine
It
also
did
began
seem
to
like
show
in
Yeah,
those
Jasmine was
fights.
showboating and really went after her. Like, yeah, she was like kind of hitting her to get that crossface in.
It did seem like in those fights, I think she pulled Enriquez's ear, and then like when she was setting up the crossface, it did kind of seem like I think she was aiming towards the mat, but just barely. So it kind of seemed like she was punching
Yeah,
Enriquez.
which I had an opponent do that to me. That Brazilian, the giant Brazilian fuck that picked me up
I
from
think
that armbar when I had him in an armbar. That dude,
You're
he was doing that to me though. Yeah, when he was like going for my face, he was like literally
think-
punching me in the face, and I'm looking at the ref like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I
Like,
think there was
they didn't care. So.
there was a kid from Brazil that did that to Aiden.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, fuck
No,
it,
but
whatever.
like
The refs.
not to be mean
mostly
at all
in
to Enriquez because I think she's really
No,
cool.
she is. She's. Oh yeah,
It
she's.
was just it seemed
amazing.
like that fight was one sided.
Jasmine's a beast.
Yeah, she.
Jasmine Roche is a beast. She did really good. Once she made it past
It would
Tammy,
be scary.
I kinda
me
figured she was gonna
against
win.
her in first.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude,
that
this
sucked.
this would have been my vision if I made it farther. Either of them would have been quite scary.
Next one we had the rematch between Helena and
This one too
Mo
kind of
Black.
seemed
Mo Black.
one-sided.
Helena lost originally. Tactically.
Yeah, that's
She
what
pulled
what
guard.
I mean.
yeah, the
This-
first match of the
Helena
trials
hit
of the
it
East Coast
just
trials.
right, like the timing.
She went for that kind of what is it? Almost
It's
like
like
it wasn't a
weird.
Kanebasami. It was like a rolling knee bar
Yeah.
kind of thing that she did. It was like almost like a rolling, but to enter in the legs to be able to get the guard pull without taking the negative. And
Mhm.
no, she pulled it off and she ended up getting the sub. I mean, fucking, it's Helena.
Yeah, that was
Like,
cool seeing the rematch with that one.
it was. Helena's a beast. Like, you can't deny that.
I think she's the youngest person going into the
That's what they said. They said she's young. She beat Cole, I guess, Cole Abate. I'm assuming it's in
I
months.
don't know.
Probably a couple months.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's a couple months where she's just younger than him. But
I'm confused by that. I feel like they announced that wrong when they first announced it. I think they got confused because like he seemed older at the time, and I think they announced it at the ADCCs wrong.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, we did.
Thinking Cole was.
They kept saying he was 18, and
And then
Like,
like a
he
year
got-
later, he put a post saying
he just turned.
he just turned 18 or 19.
Yeah,
So I
Um,
feel like it wasn't like anything like suspicious. I think they just announced that wrong at the ADCCs last year
I don't know.
because that's possible.
Yeah, no, it is.
Because they did do that with confusing the Tackett brothers.
Yeah. Next match we had Liz Mitrovic. I had to actually look up her name. I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it, but Amanda Levy, who I'm a big fan of Amanda Levy.
Mhm.
She's such a badass. But Mitrovic beat her not by beating her, but Levy hurt her leg in a
Mhm.
scramble. They were wrestling. She went for a shot or something, and looks like she jacked her knee up, and the fight went to the ground, and she just tapped out immediately.
Mhm.
And
yeah. Called it due to injury.
yeah, it was clearly due to injury. That sucks because Amanda Levy's a fucking beast.
Mhm.
She's so tough. It's a shame to see that. You don't ever want to see somebody get hurt, no matter
Yeah.
whether you like them or don't like them. You don't ever want to see anybody in our sport get hurt like that, especially with their
It's always
knees.
like a sad thing in general.
yeah,
And
it sucks.
it's never like blaming the other person. It's just like the situation.
Yeah, it's a
Because it is like a combat sport, so it is like very it's likely to happen,
yeah.
but like it's never like oh, they shouldn't have done this. It's like, yeah, it's just it's sad in the moment.
Yeah. No, yeah. She was limping around. She tried to finish the match, it looked like. She had a couple minutes left and they got into a little scramble. And yeah, as soon as they hit the ground, she tapped out. So unfortunately,
do think it's
hopefully
weird,
she
though.
gets better really, really soon.
I do think it's
get
weird
better,
though when
so.
people that do win matches after like breaking their foot.
Like kind of pop off like the other chick did. Yeah, she did do that a little bit. That is,
Like the one guy.
I
that
mean, I
was
get it.
tapping.
It's tough. Like
Yeah.
it's a wave of I'm assuming it's a wave of emotion.
Mhm.
I've never won anything major, so I don't fucking know. But anyway, I assume it is. Like, yeah, it sucks for your opponent to get hurt, but at the same time, you're going to fucking ADCC finals.
You
So
have to.
like you're pretty excited, I'm assuming.
You need it for your backstage passes.
Yeah. That's what I kept telling everyone. I'm like, I need Rye to just, if you get caught in something deep,
He
just
was
let
telling
it
me-
break.
He was telling me if I get into the finals, I let it break.
Yeah, let it break.
He said if I'm up by 2, I am not allowed to tap.
You have to let it break and give me a backstage pass to ADCC. So,
I'm not allowed to tap.
but yeah, it was a good weekend. The long weekend. Holy shit. We probably spent like 24 hours here at least.
Yeah.
Like, if not more. Like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's been an extremely long weekend. It's been a fun weekend though. I always enjoy spending good time with you,
Mm-hmm.
with Off Cannon Shannon,
Mhm.
with our other jiu-jitsu friends.
And the-
Alarm going off on my phone.
And the one that doesn't like to show up.
Our non-showing up friend.
Oh, we did have fun trolling.
Yeah, we did troll him a little bit this weekend.
Flo went down and we were telling him that like competitors were like getting submitted and going out, and he was like freaking out.
And just kind of like being amongst the jiu-jitsu community, whether we like the people we're amongst or not.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Being in the crowd of jiu-jitsu,
Mm.
running into old friendly and not so friendly faces is always fun for jiu-jitsu stuff. So
Well, you have to do a better job of keeping their name out of it.
I always enjoy it. I accept all of this. I don't care. But honestly, for the most part, like we run into a lot of fans. Like people recognize us sometimes. I think it's pretty fucking
Yeah, people
amazing.
recognize your account. They're
Come up
saying how
and
much
fucking
they
say
love it.
hi, and yeah, I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
love the
And then there's
people
some
that-
people who come up and they're like, "I fucking hate you, and I hope you die." And
Dude,
um,
the people that were like walking up to you, shaking your hands, like that was the best thing ever. That they were like, I love your Instagram.
it is
Bro's
funny.
got
I do enjoy
fans.
it. I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Mm.
I love the jiu-jitsu scene. I love going to these humongous tournaments, walking around, and I love the vibe, the energy.
Mm.
Even though the vibe is the fucking gayest thing ever. I love the energy in the room. I don't enjoy the smell, however,
Yeah, it's gross.
of the for some reason it's the ADCC smell. It seems to only be
It's
with these
common.
no-gi kind of
Yeah.
dirty fucks.
I don't even think it was present at Worlds though.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like a ADCC thing. Like it's a bunch of dirty wrestling.
Hands with each other.
I know what I was going to talk about. Our luck with the weigh-ins.
Oh,
So you made weight Thursday night
Mhm.
for the open.
Mhm.
Made weight, went down there at like 5 o'clock or whatever. It was like 5 to 7. You can make weight. Well, for the actual West Coast trials, it was supposed to be 7 to 9 p.m. for the
Mhm.
weigh-ins, but they started them early. So you got
a lot.
There was a shit ton. I mean, it was like 2,000 or 1,000 competitors or whatever, like 1,200 competitors, whatever the fuck it is. So they started them early. And funny enough, we're talking to Roberto and Matthias, and they were saying something about with the identification you needed and yada, 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 because somebody waited in this line for an hour and a half.
Jason waited in the line.
Yeah, he waited in the line for an hour and a
They
half.
denied him
Denied him when he got up to the scale because they were like, we need your social security card or your passport, whatever.
birth certificate.
Yeah.
too.
So, and they were like, and we had a scale up here in the room, and we told them, we were like, hey, if you need to go test your weight, we have a scale up here.
To give context, we were all trying to go to the sauna in the hotel, and unfortunately it was closed.
So
and we wanted to see like what weight we were at in general to see what we can do to like.
So yeah, because we may have had to go to the sauna. We kind of figured we were going to have to. We were going to go to the sauna so you can cut a couple pounds or whatever it was. And they had to do the same thing.
I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, well, you had to. You're eating, so
yeah.
But Roberta was like, "Oh no, they'll let you go test your weight
if you ask.
If you go and ask them at the scales that they're using to test all the competitors." So we go out there and there's this massive line, fucking an hour, at least an hour and a half, because our friend that we ran into was that weighed in was an hour and a half. He took an hour and a half to get up there to weigh in for the trials. And so you go up to the front and you're like, hey, you ask the lady, hey, I'm going to, I just can I test my weight? And she was like, oh yeah, go ahead. And she gives you a scale.
She was like, do it quick.
Yeah, do it quick. So she goes and steps on the scale.
With like my stuff on, with like my socks on. I think I was holding my shoes. I might have let him go for a second, but I think like I still had like a lot of stuff on. It wasn't like the day before when I had like just shorts.
Right. Yeah. You dropped down to your underwear the one day.
It wasn't underwear. It was compression shorts.
Oh, okay. That's all the same shit.
It's still the same. But like the day before, I had like was like fully ready as like an actual weigh-in, and that day I was just testing to see where my weight was, and the guy there was like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh," because I asked, "Oh, what?" I was asked what I asked, "What did I weigh in at?" And the guy's like, "Oh, you weighed in at 55.4."
Yeah, 55.4.
Oh wait, no, he didn't say that. He said if you're 55 and under, you would make weight right now. And I was like, really? And he's like, do you want to check in now? And I was like, yeah. So he asked for my last name, and I was able to check in right then and there.
Yeah.
And so I basically cut in front of this huge line.
Yeah, this hour and a half line. Yeah. So that and it worked out well because that was a long
I did not think I was going to make weight right there.
Yeah. I didn't either, but that was a long ass day.
Because I made it with the weight allowance.
Or Friday. I'm sorry. Friday was a crazy long day. And I was so glad when that happened. I was like, we can go eat now. Yeah. We can do whatever we want now. Like, that was such a long, stressful day. So, yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm glad that happened. Because, then we ran into our friend later on. We were getting coffee or whatever. And, he's like, I just stood in line for an hour and a half to make weight.
Yep.
And we were like, holy shit, you want to hear a funny story, bro? Because we didn't stand in line for an hour and a half.
We were like, you won't believe this.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So we're getting ready now for Worlds, I guess. That's the next big one.
We're
IBJJF or GI Worlds.
One or two in between that.
Yeah, maybe some small stuff. No, that's just good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything. I should be able to on the weekends.
You need
on the
to
weekends.
train.
I need to train. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm going to come train. You're not going to be there because you're fucking crippled.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably be there tomorrow. So I do need to train. I feel really, really pathetic and terrible about myself right now for not training for so long. So
I think tomorrow's open training, by the way.
Oh shit, that's even better.
Yeah.
So yeah, Worlds coming up. That'll be exciting. It'll be your first Worlds at Purple Belt, adult Purple Belt.
Lots of competitors.
Lots of competitors. It's gonna be exciting and fun. So it's time to put the gi back on. Ugh.
Scary. But I do feel like I'm gonna go back in the gi season better because this time around my gi has kind of been better than my no gi because I wasn't fully confident in my game plan for this tournament.
Gotcha.
Because I have been like training a little bit more gi compared to last time. I was doing a lot of like for Worlds, no gi Worlds. I like mainly train no gi. For this one, I trained both gi and no gi, and I feel like my gi game has like been improving a bit.
Nice.
So I think it will be fun doing that.
That'll be good. Yeah. And you're with the different coaches now, so you kind of get a little bit different game plan, a little bit different kind of views on your game, to little tweaks here that, pick up some new stuff, which would be exciting. It's exciting to see it all kind of come together and see how it goes. So I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing you compete again.
Yeah.
Looking forward to hopefully traveling with you again because it's always fun. We always have a blast. I enjoy doing these.
Destroy the hotel room.
They always destroy the hotel rooms, but
Gotta
not in a not in a party like a rock star fashion, just in a rearrange it so we can film our podcast fashion. Yeah, it is fun though.
I'm not social enough to throw a
Yeah.
party.
You're not a
I
party
like to
type.
figure- Like my last few times that I've traveled, I've brought my laptop and done homework. In
Yeah,
the
I know.
hotel room.
Funny enough, you need to do homework tonight.
I do need to do homework tonight.
But this is the last night we're staying in this hotel,
Yeah.
so we are going back to our. Well, I mean, we've been going back to our houses anyways every
Mm.
night. We're just here for like a headquarters during the day, but
It's to like take a break from the
yeah,
tournament
take a break,
atmosphere.
store all our shit and our
Yeah.
food, our drinks and whatnot, and but it has been fun. This has been a phenomenal weekend. I had a blast. I hope you had a blast.
Mhm.
I'm very proud of you. I know
Thank
everyone's
you.
very proud of you, as we usually are.
I had a ton of fun.
And you got your leg blown out, and because I told you, if you don't bring me home some ADCC championship
I didn't.
backstage passes, you better come home in a cast. I'm kidding. I didn't tell her that, but I should have. But no, very proud of you this weekend.
It would have
I
been
think you did
funnier.
great. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else?
Not that
I think we're
can
good.
think of.
Excited for T-Mobile ADC.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's so
ACC
much.
championship. We have tickets already, so we're good.
Hope to do a podcast there.
Yeah, we'll do a podcast for that too.
Logistically, trying to figure out how to do it.
Oh,
Gotta figure out how to talk to some of the
yeah.
competitors.
We'll try and nail down some of the competitors. Get an interview with them. I should have done that this weekend. Kind of kicked myself in the ass. I'm trying to open myself up to more
Mhm.
filming and being more
'Cause
of
I
a
feel like some of them-
hands-on.
Like if it's like a small amount of questions that are just in general, I feel like
Yeah.
some of them would be
They
willing to
probably
do
would.
that.
I mean, Nikki Ryan recognized me this weekend, so and said hi to me, which I was like, dude, either that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, good thing because if he like recognized me and avoided me, then that'd be a
He's gonna
bad
give
thing.
you a lecture.
But the fact that he talked to me, yeah, he didn't give me a lecture, so that's always good. It's nice to be recognized and not given a lecture.
I need to talk to you for a second. And
So,
also with the people like loving your shirts.
yeah,
The
the
past
people
few
do love
days.
my Creole. I wish I was wearing it on Friday though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was
Wish
wearing it
you
on
were
Friday.
too.
That would've been
Tammy's Day.
It did make Tammy's day. I think it made Raquel's day too.
I try and make the people happy.
No,
I'm a
just-
man of the people, just not all the people.
This tournament was so fun with the atmosphere and hanging out with a bunch of people.
It was, yeah, we had a blast.
Because
really
I definitely got to like talk to a lot of my new teammates more and like meet them more. And like one of my new teammates, she's been out for a bit with an injury, but she's been, ever since I came over, she's been looking to like train with me. And so she's coming back soon. And like I got to talk to her for like a little bit before watching one of Tammy's matches. And like we had a lot in common. I got to talk to her about like college stuff. And like it is really cool like getting that like someone that's very similar to me and like excited to train with me. And she's like ready to take on competitions with me, so she wants to like set up that stuff.
Oh, that's amazing.
And like
And she likes
she,
K-pop.
she came off she does.
Fucking like K-pop, so she can argue with you who's better, V or Jungkook. I'm learning these names. See, look at I'm a K-pop superstar.
Mhm. You don't even realize there's K rappers.
K metal too. No, I'm glad about that with your friends. Meet new people, meet more teammates, having kind of that community showing up for you was very cool to see this weekend.
Mhm.
It was nice seeing some high level people, and they gave, they were there like showing out, like
The
representing.
dog
like-
representatives, like it
yeah,
can be
they're
said.
dogs. Yeah, the dogs. But no, it was cool of them. It was very nice to meet all of them too. I got to meet all of them this weekend and hang out with them. They were very cool people. Obviously they're very into the competitive scene. So, I mean, they're all well known in the competitive scene. So it was nice having that camaraderie with some people like that this weekend. I hope to be a part of it soon, other than the old creepy weird guy with the camera sitting around.
Or people think
Everyone
think
thought
you're
I'm your
with-
dad.
That was the
Literally, everybody
funniest
thinks I'm
thing.
your dad, which is pretty funny. Even Raquel, she was like, "Yes, just act like your father and daughter." Like, I was like, "Well, we kind of are." So no, it was fun. Had a blast this weekend. I always have a blast. So good food, and other than that, I think we're gonna call it because we need to go and you need to do schoolwork.
Yeah.
I need to go home and spend some time with my dogs, not my family, my dogs and my cats. No, I'm
On
kidding.
Easter.
On Easter, yeah, I need to go spend
Go
some
give
Easter.
them eggs.
I'm gonna bring some eggs home. I'm gonna bring them leftover chips and salsa. I'll hide the salsa around the yard. They can go find it.
Do that with the pizza. Break it up into little pieces and put them in the plastic eggs.
But yeah, aside from that, proud of you this weekend. I know I've said that a few times now, but very proud of you. I always am. I'm extra proud of you this weekend though, because you went out, you fought your ass off. So
Mhm.
especially injured and all the other issues going into it. So I'm always proud of you. But this weekend was very special. I had a blast. Yeah, but other than that, stay salty, friends.